At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.
And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Sorry, we're a little late. Had some technical difficulties on the back end, but we're here. That's what's important. We got my man Eagle in the building.
What's going on?
And how you doing?
All is great, man. Ready to get at it.
Yes, sir.
Loving it.
Always something in crypto. Don't feel like a bear market.
Always.
Yeah.
Never a dull moment. What'd you say?
Gotta stay positive, always.
Oh, always. I mean, there's just too much good stuff. Amongst the bad stuff, there's just too much good happening.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. You can always look at the glass half full or half empty. So it's all how you perceive it. So bubbles, man. It seems like every week now, Wednesday's a bloody hump day. Scott, I don't even. Have you heard of GMX?
No, that's what I was just sitting here trying to think about what it is.
I've never heard of GMX before in my life. Yeah, I'm not trying to trade it, but yeah, well, interesting. I mean, up 20%.
I was thinking GMT at first because that's a part of that stepping app.
Yeah, the stepping app.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah. Oh, bloody day. Good time to just sit back. Don't do anything crazy.
There you go, Quant. You stay right down there. You stay right there.
Exactly. Quant's been making moves, man. They've been a lot's been happening behind the scenes. I mean, look at that in the middle of a bear market.
Yep.
It's a good month right there, up 43%.
Happened.
I just saw that Quant passed 40,000 wallets or 70,000 wallets.
That wallet list is growing like you mug.
I know. Like it's crazy. Fast. Yeah. And there's some stuff on Lunar Crush that the social engagement is starting to really pick up. So it's good to see because there's not that many people that stream that talk about Quant.
Nope.
There's very few.
And it's still so a lot lower than its all-time high.
Yeah. I mean, what, like 415 bucks, something like that was an all-time high.
Yep.
I don't think it's in here, but yeah. I mean, Quant, it's obviously not financial advice, but 14 million total supply, and they are pretty much the glue of the new system that's coming for all these companies that need to follow the ESG, the green narrative. Speaking of green, let's see that green candle right here in Sologenics.
Solo.
Yeah, so that's good to see. I don't know where it's coming from, but anything green is good, right?
Yeah. I was trying to figure out what caused the pumpage.
Who knows? Honestly, I mean, it's deflationary, right? So every day coins are getting burned. So that helps. That there's never going to be more coins than there were at this moment in time. And I think too a lot maybe it could be the Corium airdrop. People, I don't know when the snapshots are, but
Corium airdrop just happened yesterday. Yep, indeed.
Okay. All right, so we should everyone look out for that. Your Corium coming monthly. So what? There's 3 more after this, or 2 more.
I'm not sure if it ends this year or if it continues.
Because I think the vote is in January, so I don't know if there was the last airdrop is in January and it was a vote, or the last one was December, and then the vote was happening. But either way, we got a lot to look forward to
Yeah, man.
as bag holders with no risk, right? We didn't have to spend any money,
Just holding our solo.
just holding, right, and collecting our monthly
Airdrop.
payments pretty much.
Hell yeah. Yeah, the XRP Zum wallet, there's so many airdrops that I've gotten.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a list that like last summer that was going around.
I remember
30 coins on it. But you
Yeah.
had to be careful though, because if you don't want to be stuck holding a couple of those bags, because they tanked pretty quick. But
Yeah.
still, I mean, there's still a couple of, I think, good projects that are
Oh yeah, there is.
flying under the radar.
Like that Equilibrium seems like it's gonna be a good project. And that's
Yeah, yep. And then the Elysian too, with what they're doing with the physicals, they're calling them.
Yeah, Fidgetals.
Yeah, the real life NFTs, like they're statues of like the Greek gods and all them, and turn them NFTs. Yeah, it's really cool.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were kind of talking right before we jumped on that it's interesting because people talk about market cap so much and how it's just a vanity metric. It doesn't mean anything. At the end of the day, people care about the price and buyers and sellers. That's what matters. And we were looking at the volume. I was myself earlier at Sologenics on CoinGecko, and they have it listed at $844,000. And then over at CoinMarketCap, you have them at 1.4 million.
Yeah.
Last 24 hours. And then on the Solo Dex, it's at 2.2 million. So it looks like Solo Dex they just combine the volumes on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. I don't know. It's awkward. It's something that I'm gonna look into. But it's just, you think that the Dex would be the real volume.
I would think that the Dex would be the real volume.
Yeah. And I don't understand how hard it would be for CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko to just go to the Dex and get the info right off of there. But
I think it's purposely done. Whatever they're doing, I think that it's purposely done because it's so obvious about how to get things right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with what Sologenic is doing, I mean, just in general, the market that they're trying to disrupt is massive. I mean, there's trillions of dollars at play here.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I've been reading a lot of articles about Goldman Sachs trying to tokenize everything. And so there's a fight to do this.
Yeah, there's a fight. There you go. There's a fight to do this. And it's like they're scrambling now. Oh my goodness, what do we do?
Yep.
Who do we use?
Exactly. Yeah, and these guys, it's gonna be really interesting to see what happens. I mean, we found this in early. I mean, we were in it well before the airdrop back in the first crazy pump.
Yeah.
We're pretty much just holding moon bags now.
Yeah.
And obviously DCAing, for people that don't or missed out or don't have access or exposure to it.
Yeah.
Just because XRP, as much as I hate it, they're gonna succeed. They're gonna be there. So people developing on there feel like they kind of almost have a leg up on their competition in a sense.
Yeah.
Is it fair? Maybe not, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, everybody has the opportunity to jump on the right train or the right chain because right now they're given a cushion. They're given time to see. Oh, wow. Do you mean to tell me that we can actually see what projects are going to succeed most likely?
Yeah.
Why don't I start building on those projects now since they're most likely going to succeed? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Have you done this at all and tried any of the stuff on the DEXs here on the platform?
Oh yeah, I got a Solo wallet. I'm waiting for. Oh, and as far as the DEX, I've been trading on there for a while. And then you got the NFTs. I got NFTs on there too.
Yeah, I have. I got an account up on here. I was connects like the Zoom wallet or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't have any NFTs on here yet.
Oh, okay.
I
got NFTs on Solo.
Are you big into NFTs at all?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Love that NFTs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some DGen NFTs, a couple of the Flare finance ones. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
those things kind of faded out into oblivion. I don't know if they're gonna come back. Those
I
DeLorean.
know. I know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens in the bear market. When the bear market, we get lazy, we get complacent, and we forget things.
And people get shaken out.
Yeah, people get shaken out.
You know, and that's probably one of the biggest regrets I had before things really kicked off in 2021 is having small bags of coins like Sandbox, of Decentraland. You know, I had all these bags and they weren't doing anything back then. So I was just swapping them in and out and just chasing left and right. And
yeah, see, that's what I mean. That's what I mean about the bear market. You're sitting in good coins and you're like, all this time's going by, nothing happened. Hey, why don't I try this? This is when you got to nail down your disciplines.
Exactly. So you're right. You're holding a couple bags and you're like, oh wow, GMX. You know, I never heard of that. I'm gonna buy that. It's gonna keep going up. And you buy that, and you're just the exit liquidity for whoever's holding the bag holders. Now you're stuck with the bag.
Now you're stuck with the bag.
And just being patient and just, you know, not selling off bags that you don't need to. If you can afford to hold on to them, hold on to them.
Yeah.
Because you just don't know in the future.
Right.
You know, the coins you least expect. I mean, Cardano, I remember vividly buying it at 2 cents and selling it because Dogecoin and these other coins were pumping like crazy. And Chainlink had started to move.
Right.
And, you know, it's like, okay, why am I holding this? And sure enough, within a couple months, it was at 10, 15 cents. And those are the times just like this where you start to get impatient, you see other stuff moving, and just don't make those moves. It wrecks you.
Lesson.
It is.
I wish I could have had somebody like, you know, when we first got in, there wasn't anybody giving us, I guess they didn't have the knowledge at that point. But what you just said is crucial, because if I would have had that, it could have avoided me from so many mistakes.
So many.
But I learned so much from them at the same time.
Yeah, there was nobody doing it. I mean, you had your Ivan Tech was there,
right?
Your Mark Davises, you had your random influencers that you could follow, but they were shilling shit.
Yeah.
So there was nowhere you could go and really get help. If you had a frozen transaction in MetaMask and on Ethereum where you didn't set the gas high enough or whatever, you had to manually go in, find the nonce. I mean, it was hard to just cancel a transaction back then. So sometimes I had friends in our Discord that did that, and a transaction was pending, and they just let it sit for weeks because they just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
And now, you get the auto cancel, and when MetaMask, they added that, but it was hard back a couple of years ago. There was no support, Discords, communities. They didn't exist.
They didn't exist.
And now, now just, a couple months ago, a guy in our Discord, he deleted his apps off his phone or reset his device, and he was called freaking out. I lost everything. I deleted everything. Oh my God. And we were just like, dude, calm down. Do you have your 12 words? Yeah, I do. Okay, just go in, just put them back in. Everything is there. And within 5 minutes, he went from complete panic to, oh my God, I'm perfectly fine. And if he didn't have our Discord server or someone like us, who knows how long he would have freaked out for. And that's your whole crypto bag. I mean, I've had that immediately. You get that, your stomach just turns. You just like,
I know that feeling. I know that feeling a couple of times over.
Mm-hmm. And that just, it wasn't around years ago. And people that are getting in now, even though some of the gains might not be as parabolic as it was, in the last bull run, there's so much there's better information out. There's more information out. So just as a whole, you should be able to avoid the shittier coins and chasing pumps and kind of put a strategy together. You know, there's so many in the Hex community. There's so many good content creators that do different things, that teach you teach you, you know, long-term thinking, teach you about mental health. It's really cool to see.
That's good. Yeah.
And I don't see that in really any other of the communities. You know, each Hedera, you know, coin that super bullish on. You know, this announcement that they just made with the ESG. You know, that's something that we've been talking about a lot on this channel is the ESG and the ISO standards that are coming, because they are that's what the narrative they're going to use to shove this new agenda down our throat.
That's the narrative. Yep.
So,
right down your neck.
Yeah. So what they're doing here is basically tokenizing every single asset and putting it on a distributed ledger that's open to the public. And that ledger is Hedera. And ServiceNow is called the ESG Worldwide Ledger with Hedera Guardian. And I'm not going to play this whole video, but it's, if you go to the H-Bar Foundation, they tweeted it 2 days ago. I think it's like 18 minutes or something.
Okay.
Like it's long, but
I gotta check that out. I gotta see
yeah.
that. Yeah.
If Hedera's something that is on your radar or you're doing research, I think this is a must watch. I mean, it just basically lays out everything that's coming. I mean, facilitating, measuring, and tracking of all products on the supply chain.
Oh wow, another supply chain.
Renewable energy. I mean, it's the whole in depth of how all this is going to work.
Game on. Yeah. Nice.
And then obviously you see why they chose it.
Greenest. You see that?
Exactly. The greenest proof of stake network in the world, right there. Hedera, by far.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's something to definitely keep an eye out for. I mean, ServiceNow, they are massive.
Wow, brother.
This company, I was on their website and they're huge.
Go to their website real quick. Let me check them out. Wow. Yep. Okay, I thought that's who they were.
So basically, it's basically, if you're running a business, it's basically your business ledger. I mean, 7,400 customers.
7-Eleven, Deloitte. That's the auditing, the huge auditing firm.
Yeah. So 7,400, enterprise customers already. So these are the biggest companies in the world. Digital efficiency brings bread to the world. Woo. With data-driven insights from over 200 bread-making facilities, Grupo Bimbo raises quality control on a global scale. But yeah, I was just scrolling through here a little bit last night, and man, you just start going down rabbit hole after rabbit hole, and just dots just start connecting. The more you start looking through these websites like this and looking at partnerships these coins are making, all of the dots start to connect.
Epic. Hell yeah, brother.
That's something cool to keep an eye. And then this was cool, the rich list. Yeah, it's all over for Hex, for XRP. So for Hedera, if you own 1 million coins, there's less than 1,000 people right now. And I think that's less than 50 grand. Right around 50 grand, actually. So 25,000 is 500,000 coins. So nice. Right here, 100,000 coins. There's only 5,000 wallets that hold that. So there's really not that many whales.
Shows how early you are too.
Yeah. So that was cool. Just looking at that, and then this was another thread I was seeing. We've been quant up a lot.
Yeah.
Quant had a golden cross on the chart. So last time that happened, I mean, we went, I think we did 100x or something like that. Yeah. Last Golden Cross right here, and went up and did 10,000%. So
Sheesh.
that, if it does that again, we are going up to a $15,000 quant. So
Whoa.
over the next 490 days, so the next year and a half, so going into mid 2024, a $15,000 quant. I can't even fathom that.
I can.
I can't. I mean, I'll be doing I'll learn how to do cartwheels.
Yeah.
But I mean, the supply is so small, right?
It
I mean,
is.
it's only 14 million, the circulating supply. And then you got all these use cases. I mean, pretty much all of these ServiceNow partners we looked at, Quant is the overledger that is going to tie all of them together.
Yeah.
It's like one of the really good posts I saw was shipping containers
Yes.
on the sea. And if you picture one of those huge boats with thousands of those containers on them, 1 out of every 3 of those is going to be running or is now running on Quant's DLT and their Hyperledger.
It's already happening?
It's happened. I want to say so. I don't remember exactly. It's either 1 in 3 is now or will be running by the end of the year, or once the ISO stuff and the new standards go into effect for all the businesses.
You know, you got November coming next month when a lot of the ISO stuff goes into play.
Yeah, for Europe, right?
I'm not sure exactly what area, but I've been seeing November a lot.
I know it got delayed for the United States.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that I might be wrong, but who knows? I mean, they're trying to get this in as fast as possible. But yeah, we were just looking at the governing council of Hedera, and I mean, just the biggest companies in the world. And
Hey,
so
look at that, Avery Dennison. Wow, come on, man.
I mean, we've been talking a lot about Avery Dennison and Atma.io, and like all of Atma.io, their whole supply chain, they work with the biggest retailers in the world. So when you sell a shoe, you know, from when that shoe's made, all the materials that go into it, where it was shipped, when it was put on the shelf, all of those are individual contracts. So there's going to be about 50 contracts or transactions per item that each company sells. So so you need, just think of the scale of that. So you need something that is extremely fast, extremely green, and I think there's only a couple choices between Stellar, between Hedera, between XRP, and they've already kind of each found their niche.
Yeah.
In the markets.
Yeah. It did.
Absolutely, but I mean, we're still so early. We still need legislation to come, and that's going to be the change that we need. And Stater Labs, anyone that does not know, this is where you stake your bar if you hold it. Hashpack wallet, that is the MetaMask of Hedera. It's like the Zoom for XRP, Lobster for Stellar, Hashpack. It's a Brave plugin.
Right.
And then, you log into your wallet and then connect to Stater's website, and they got a bunch of coins you can stake, but I only do Hedera. And the APY is at 10.6% right now. And I think a week ago, it was over 20.
Wow.
So
down.
So how it worked is Stater was given a grant by the foundation, HBAR Foundation,
right,
of a certain amount of HBAR. So each epoch, a certain amount gets given out, and a massive staker came in last week and put in like 700 million HBAR something. So it just dropped the APY right in half.
Yeah.
So for us little plebs out here, we got our rewards cut in half, but it is what it is. And once this drops down to like 5 or 6% where the native staking is going to be, you're not even going to need to use Stater. You're going to be able to just go right into Hashpack. And right from there, you're going to be able to choose where you want to stake, what node. And all the nodes are run by LG, all the governing councils. Each of them have a node that you can choose. So it'll be Google, IBM, LG, Ubisoft. So it's, interesting stuff.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Yeah, and then one more, they partnered with another LG's a partnership that they have. It's been going on for a couple months. They're doing their NFT platform with LG, their art lab, and they have now a mobile app that's in the app store. And you can see on here that you can sell and transact with Hedera.
Sweet.
So obviously, all the NFTs, you're going to buy them and sell them, I'd assume, in HBAR is what they're going to be listed in, or USD. But either way, it'll be on Hedera, which is good to see. So, so this was an article that you found here. So XDC is another coin for people in the Hex community that aren't too familiar. Another one that on that list with XRP, XLM, HBAR, Celo, Algorand, I believe Quant. Well, Quant's making their own standard, so I think they're in their own boat.
They are. And you got to figure, Gilbert Verdin, didn't he invent the ISO standard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He invented that TC standard or whatever.
Yeah.
That they're on. Pretty much all of them.
It says Quant isn't like a specific blockchain. So I think that they're more software, and because of that, they're still following the ISO standards in the way they have their structure set up.
Yeah, they're basically the trailblazers.
Yeah,
setting the standards for everyone else.
Excellent. Yeah. So I brought this article just to show you, like, XDC, they just keep on growing. I'm seeing. I don't know if you heard about the Health Bank DAO project.
I heard about it in Vegas. So
Okay.
About it, yeah.
Yeah. So I've been participating in that, and that's helping you hold you accountable. So I applied to be like a coach. So what I have to do is I have to do a 80% of a program of continuous workouts that they have for us, and we take update progress pictures and stuff like that. So they're keeping us accountable. And at the end of that, I'll receive like NFT, and then I'll then be able to coach people on this Health Bank DAO system, and it's just crazy, and it all runs on XDC.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This is basically like you got to be like a trainer or have some kind of knowledge of fitness or something to be a or whatever.
Hell yeah. So yeah, go back to that article real quick. XDC.
Oh, sorry, the art.
Yeah. And did you see that Swift sponsored the Cybos event?
No.
Yeah. They sponsored it.
Interesting. And didn't Chainlink just partner with them?
Yes. Somebody said, "Hey, Swift, we need your support on this one." Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And since you're working with Chainlink anyways, why don't you come on over here and help us promote blockchain? Yeah. Crazy.
So you think Swift's going to get replaced, or you think they're going to be working side by side with?
Side by side, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, in some type of way, however they decide to do it. But yeah, check it. Go to the article real quick at the top. Go to the title.
Oh, sorry, I thought it wasn't.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, XDC Network secures 50 million from LDA Capital. They just continue to keep getting funds. They're continuously getting funded. You got the trade fi that is going ham on XDC. It's
Yeah.
just it's crazy what they're doing, and it's something I didn't pay attention to a while ago. And now I just keep seeing more updates and more partnerships happening.
Yep. Like this, yeah. And this has the same type feeling as Cardano years ago,
Yeah.
where it
Yeah.
was there was you saw a lot of stuff that was being developed and being built.
Yeah.
There wasn't being reflected in the price at all.
At all yet. Yeah.
And no one talking about it really. So that, obviously this isn't financial advice. I mean, I have a bag of XTC myself, and I'm just gonna hold it forever.
So you see right here, LDA Capital is pleased with the developments made in the XTC network. So they must have been watching the XTC for a while and decided, you know what, this is a good move for us.
So LDA will offer strategic counsel and support to help XDC blockchain network assume its position as a market leader. And their market they're in is the trade finance, financial messaging, whatever you want to call it. It's a $19 trillion industry.
43 countries with aggregate transaction values of over 11 billion. Wow, come on, bro.
Wow. So here you go. This is another thing that just stands out to me immediately is they have a team dedicated to international and cross-border opportunities. You constantly see the
cross-border.
That's in Ripple and Stellar's language everywhere.
Yeah.
That's going to save the world. Bank the unbanked.
Carbon neutral.
Yeah. So just like Hedera, XDC is an open source, carbon neutral, enterprise grade, EVM compatible layer 1 blockchain that has been operationally successful since 2019. There you go. So XDC, Zinfin, I mean, we're at what, a couple pennies right now?
Yeah. I mean, I don't talk about it much, but it's one to keep on the radar. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you have, money where you can toss $100, $500, $1,000 into something, this is one that I would take a serious look at. I mean, the thing that I look at most is downside risk. What is the downside risk? And from here, maybe we're down 84% from our all-time high. I mean, so I think maybe 2 cents,
right?
And then maybe another. We could dip another 50-70%. This is crypto. Yeah. I mean, anything's in the game, but in general, we're in a massive consolidation phase, and this is when you want to accumulate.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to be buying, up. This is when you want to be selling on this wall.
Yeah.
Right here. You do not want to be buying here. You want to be buying, in consolidation zones before we pump, right? Down in here before the next leg up.
Right.
So yeah, that's interesting that XDC getting funded, more money being thrown at them, ISO approved, ISO qualified, whatever you want to call it. So kind of on that regulation note, this was an article that was interesting that I found. Coinbase is very supportive of giving the CFTC exclusive jurisdiction over Bitcoin and Ethereum. And basically this would allow the CFTC to take the reins on crypto regulation. Coinbase head Kara Calvert says the exchange is supportive of 2 bills in Congress. So right now, I guess there are 2 bills that have largely flown under the radar, at least for people outside the policy wonk crowd. Did they mean to say woke crowd? I don't know. I've never heard that.
No, I never heard that one before.
It would decisively give the CFTC more power. What's more, they got a hearty endorsement from Coinbase head Kara, blah, blah, blah. The CFTC already shares regulatory oversight of derivative products like futures with the SEC. And then there's one other thing that, given that most crypto tokens are securities, it follows that many crypto intermediaries are transacting in securities and have to register with the SEC in some capacity. He later added that there's a possibility crypto intermediaries like exchanges may need to register with the SEC and the CFTC. I mean, we know this is coming. I mean, they're trying to they want DAOs to come register. I mean, they want
Yeah.
everybody to come register. But I don't see how you have how do you do that? Who do you say, okay, we're going to have Colt DAO come in? Who
Right.
do you go after? The biggest bag holder and say you're now in charge? Yeah.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, I don't know what they could do. It looks like they're just scrambling for help.
I mean, I think what it looks like is they're putting everything out there that potentially can drop the hammer. You know, this is everything we're going to do. And then you got lobbyists come in and kind of crack away at it, and then they end up meeting right in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
Where everyone's happy. Because, I mean, the United States, with everything that's happened in the world, China, Russia, Ukraine, we can't afford to screw this up. Imagine if they had just blocked the internet back in the 90s and the whole .com boom never happened. I mean, we would not be where we are today.
Hell no.
And I just don't see that opportunity letting it slip over to Russia, China, or someone over in the East. I don't see that personally happening, but
I think there's already a certain level of control had, but they're purposely compressing it until they're ready. I think that they're already like in position.
in this that's fine. This article is exactly saying, backing up what you're saying. Coinbase incorporates in Australia, expands offerings for retail customers. Well, Australia is the test center for the world. I mean, they're cashless, I'm pretty sure. They ripped up all their ATMs during the sniffles.
They said, "Here, you're gonna take this."
Yeah.
Because I was talking to a few people out there in Australia, and they're like, "Yo, dude, it's so horrible out here right now with what they're doing."
Yeah, and we see little headlines of it, but when you're living it, it's a lot.
Yeah.
People couldn't go out and exercise. It was crazy. I heard
crazy.
We couldn't walk any. I mean, that's nuts. People were calling police on their neighbors. I mean,
yeah. What the fuck?
It's bad. So, but yeah, this article here is Coinbase will be introducing Pay ID as a way for Australians.
Oh, there it is.
Funds.
Greg Kidd was talking about Pay ID 2 years ago.
Yep, and here it comes. So now it is being used in Australia, so customers can deposit funds using direct transfers from their bank accounts. Pay ID is a payments infrastructure built by the Australian financial services sector and the Reserve Bank of Australia, aka Ripple Partners, which allows people to link a mobile number or an email address to a bank account to receive payments.
AKA Ripple Partners, you better say it.
Mm-hmm. Now with Pay ID support, enabling Australian dollar deposits and withdrawals, access to over 200 plus crypto assets with advanced trading tools, security features, and 24/7 chat support. Coinbase tweet. Hello, Australia. Additionally, they're rolling out retail advanced trading, a new tool that will give Australian registered customers access to powerful trading tools with one unified balance, as well as that support.
How sick is it how they move?
Yep. Coinbase coming to Australia. And then another Elon pump of Doge. I guess I saw tweet earlier today that it's official that he's going to go through with the purchase.
Yeah.
And if he does that, I heard that he's going to make it to get rid of the bots to verify accounts to get like an orange little check. So you're official. You have to buy that check with Dogecoin. So if you, so, you know, or and I'm not a bot, here's send my 10 Dogecoin, get your blue check mark. There you go.
Wow.
So it'll just be a way to kind of facilitate Dogecoin being
Dogecoin.
used. And it was interesting because back when Flare got announced, did you
Yep.
notice that Dogecoin was chosen on? So I was like, huh, why out of all these coins would they choose Doge right out the gate?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, now Elon's buying Twitter. It's all
Yeah.
starting to, more dots are starting to be connected.
I think everybody should have at least $100 worth of Dogecoin.
Yeah, I have a tiny bag of it in my I Trust my IRA account just because.
Oh yeah, just
I
because.
mean, why not? I mean, in 20 years, 10 years, who knows? So to not throw a couple $100 at it when it for what it could be, I don't know. I'm a degen, and you know, it is what it is. I just want to have a little bit of exposure just in case.
Right.
Do I like Dogecoin? Hell no. Do I want to see it
Right.
succeed? No. But if it does, you know, I want to have a tiny bag of it just in case. And Elon's
Right.
got the power to make things happen. So
He can pump it a little bit. He can.
and if he makes it, he uses it for Twitter, it now has a use case. And I did see that with a flip of a switch, you could add smart contracts to Doge.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, who knows?
Who knows? I'm sorry, I can't get excited for Doge.
Me neither. I'm sick. I'm sick of seeing Doge. I'm sick of seeing SHIB. You know, the only thing that excites me about Doge is Pulse Doge, because us Hexicans got it airdropped we were able to free claim it as stakers, and it's now it was up to almost $10. It's at $4 right now, but it's interesting because there's only 6 million of them, and you had to claim them only as a hex staker. So the whales know what the supply is. They know what's going on. So it's an interesting degen play, but I'm just holding my bag and see where it goes and just ride the magic carpet.
Yeah.
So this was one more article that I'd seen here. It's so the good side of it, it's the same article, but the headlines: payments giant MasterCard launches cryptocurrency anti-fraud tools for card issuers. So this article is telling you that they're launching this new great service for suspicious activities, Right. It's going to show you red lights and green lights, judging on the severity. The idea is the kind of trust we provide for digital commerce transactions. We want to be able to provide the same kind of trust to digital asset transactions for consumers, banks, and merchants. According to Bala, MasterCard's partners can stay compliant with the complex regulatory landscape. And then they talk about illicit activity, how much stuff has been stolen. And that's it. They don't mention anything else. But this article here, MasterCard's tracking where and how cardholders buy crypto. So they're now using CipherTrace, which MasterCard bought in 2021, to launch a solution to keep MasterCard compliant with crypto regulation. So
compliant with the crypto regulation that isn't here yet.
Right, which this article back here, it said, you know, this will ensure that they stay compliant with the complex regulatory landscape. But they failed to mention that the complex regulatory landscape will require tracking every move you make. So it's so funny how headlines can be very, very skillfully twisted with one or two words to make you think something completely different.
Yep.
So, you know,
that's it.
It's coming right here. So just MasterCard, Visa, they're all making their way into crypto and through the back ends. But it's not like our credit cards right now. Every purchase isn't tracked. You know what I mean? It's everything you do on a credit card is tracked. So I don't know what the big deal is with this, why this is pissing so many people off. But I guess
Right.
we'll see.
Right. I always tell people there's always cold storage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this was an article that you had brought
Yeah.
up
Hell
here.
yeah.
I was talking about just bank exposure to crypto or something.
Yeah. Make it a little bigger real quick. So yeah, I wanted to bring this to your attention just for people to understand a lot of, like we were reading with the articles, a lot of the headlines don't reflect what's really going on. And you got here bank exposures to crypto assets. Let me see. I can pull it up too.
19 banks submitted data.
Let me see 1 second. I think I got it here.
Yeah. Take your time. If it's tough to read, take your time.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, so we got, since 2018, the Basel Committee has been pursuing a multi-pronged set of analytical, supervisory, and policy initiatives related to crypto assets. As part of this work, a new crypto asset data collection template was introduced, starting with the current Basel III monitoring exercise based on end 2021 data. The template was specifically designed to support the committee's two consultative documents on the prudential treatment of banks' crypto asset exposures, which were published on June 10th, 2021 and June 30th, 2022. It collects granular information on banks' holdings of crypto assets, including information at the level of individual crypto assets. This special feature provides some analysis on bank exposures to crypto assets based on the data collected. Now, if you scroll on down there, they'll show a chart.
Isn't that funny how Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan just bash crypto, and how I'm going to fire any employee that says Bitcoin or owns it. Meanwhile, they're having to submit documents showing how much crypto they own.
So sick. The average person, 99% of the people would not even know, doesn't even know this.
No.
Right underneath our noses, right behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And they're great. They put on such a great display of lies on TV. You know it? And YouTube. You talk about well-mannered, well-spoken liars right in your face. It's crazy. Anyways.
So they're saying that they hold 9.4 billion euros reported, though. So that's
reported.
What are they holding through all their, their subsidiary companies and their shell companies and all that stuff?
Yeah.
I mean,
or you got the some of these corporate structures, some of these corporate guys will say, I don't hold any particular crypto. We're not allowed to hold that on our books, but they'll have their wife or their kid hold it.
Exactly. So they're saying that they're primarily composed 31% Bitcoin, 22% Ethereum, and they're focusing on the top 20 by exposure. Other relative significant reports were Polkadot at 2%, XRP 2%, Cardano 1%, Solana 1%, Litecoin and Stellar 0.4%. Banks also reported in smaller amounts of stablecoin and tokenized assets not shown.
Right.
So what's a tokenized asset? Is that real estate? With Propy, I know they're tokenizing. Yeah. You can buy into houses through crypto now.
Yeah.
And I know
a little bit. Check this out right here. Percent of total crypto exposures. You got Bitcoin, then you got Grayscale over here, the BTC and Ethereum Trust, Coin Shares, Solana, just their whole portfolio over here.
This is interesting right here, though. Look at the right in the middle, undisclosed.
Right. What is that? XRP?
No. Yeah. No, XRP's reported.
Oh, is it? Where they have it over here? It
was 4%.
Oh, was it?
No, Ripple's 2%, Cardano 1%, Solana 1%. So if Ripple's 2% and Solana's 1%, they hold undisclosed in between those. So that's almost triple the amount of Litecoin, and Stellar is in undisclosed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah.
So how do they get away with this?
I don't know.
So this is a report on banks disclosing their crypto holdings, but then they don't have.
Is there a date on there at the top? Is there a date on the article?
No. Let me check the bottom.
I see them talking. They were talking about 2022.
September 2022. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the BCBS end of 2021 data collection.
Yeah.
So this was the end of last year.
Mm-hmm. And I saw them. Yeah.
I
thought they were talking about 2022 in June. I saw. Maybe at the very, very top. Go to the very first paragraph, all the way at the top.
Oh, I think it was 2021.
Okay. Yeah, 2021, and then.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
June 30, 2022.
You're right.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, that's up to 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. Just thought that was funny.
Yeah. Then we got Kim Kardashian being sued. This was just pure clickbait. Just to let the average person know. Just when you're scrolling through, the SEC sued Kim Kardashian for crypto. That's all they want. The average person that knows nothing about the space to know. SEC, crypto.
Stay away, okay? Stay away.
Yes. Kim Kardashian, SEC sued. That's all that they want out there. Just the average person. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. She was paid $250,000 to promote it, but then she had to pay a $1.25 million fine.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make sense. And the case lasted like 7 minutes or something.
What'd you say?
The case was settled in 7 minutes, someone was saying online.
Oh my goodness, baby.
Which isn't even possible, I guess.
Wow.
Okay. So it represents her penalty, interest, and a $1 million penalty.
They're laughing about that.
Meanwhile, in an episode she shot in Bora Bora, Kim lost an uninsured $75,000 stud earring in the ocean. Her sister dove and found it, though.
Thank you for the massive update.
Yeah.
That was epic.
Yeah.
So I thought this was funny, being as though we're getting ready to go into the whatever holiday seasons, and Amazon is curbing corporate retail hiring for the rest of 2022. What does that tell you about the upcoming economic conditions? When I see stuff like that, I have no choice but to think. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, everybody.
Because usually they start hiring extra drivers.
Drivers. Every year you see ads for Amazon drivers, help needed. It's the holiday season.
Yeah, for the holiday season. Yep. So I was like, huh. Because I've used to do Amazon before.
Interesting. So we're here we go. So the writing on the wall may have come back in September when they chose not to hold its annual career day, where it typically recruits around 10,000 positions to join its workforce of over 1.5 million. Amazon joins Meta as one of the latest tech companies to slow its hiring practices in an effort to cut costs. The hiring freeze is another measure put together by Amazon's Chief Executive Andy Jassy in response to Amazon's slowest growth over 20 years.
Wait a minute. Why did they join Meta?
As one of the latest tech companies to slow its hiring.
To slow its hiring. How are they slowing their hiring by joining Meta?
No. They're just saying Amazon and Meta are companies that are both.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Yeah, they're just lumping them together as both. Okay. Not
joins Meta. That's crazy.
They also said that they're pumping the brakes on Amazon's rapid warehouse expansion and closing
the facilities.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? That's interesting, right?
Yeah. I mean, because
we're not used to that. We're not used to seeing that.
Not a good sign. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
used to. Yeah, it's always the opposite.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I mean, if that's a sign of what's to come. You know, load up on your CMOS right
Oh,
now.
gotcha, baby. Whenever you guys need it.
And, yeah,
I've been taking it 3 years straight, man.
it's
Amazing stuff.
yeah. So what's the
Benefits.
are there other flavors?
Oh, so the plain, and then that one has the elderberry in it.
Okay.
Mhm.
So crashmonkeys.com with a Z. If
Yeah,
anyone's in,
either go to Crash Monkeys or Blockchain Monkeys. It's all connected.
yeah. I'm definitely gonna get myself some.
Hell yeah, bro. And you know that stuff, it raises your white blood cells.
Oh, there we
So
go. There we go. Just playing some music.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it helps you fight off cold and disease better because it raises your white blood cells. So it's amazing stuff. It raises your libido, thyroid issues. I know a lot of women have issues with thyroid. They don't get that real source. They always get the fake stuff from the store, but this is the only natural, pure source of iodine that's inside of there. Magnesium, zinc. I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah, no, I was saying off in the green screen. I bought some that I found out about it maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Out in Albany, there was a guy there that actually made it
nice.
and like the gel, and I didn't even know it was flavored. So
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you something real quick.
yeah. So back when I took this stuff, it was just a regular gel, and it's like almost a jelly, so you can mix it into like a smoothie,
Oh yeah, that's
anything, and you wouldn't even tell. But now with flavor, I imagine you could just drink it, or just because you only need, I think, a tablespoon or two a day.
we get it sourced right. We get it right from St. Lucia.
Really?
This is what it looks like.
Wow. Hold on, let me take us off here. Wow.
Yeah, all organic.
There you go.
Straight from St. Lucia. Yep.
Look at that.
And then we make it. We soak it in spring water for 24 hours, drain it, and then all we do is add spring water and blend to a gel. So it takes about a day to prepare, but
That's
it's
awesome.
worth it.
Yeah, no, it's got, I think there's what, like 125 or 126 vitamin minerals.
It's over 102.
Yeah, there's like 125 or 6 total, and this has like 100 or 102.
Yeah, of
So
that.
all but like 20 something are in like this sea moss gel is some of the best stuff like possible for you
On Earth. Yes.
I mean, I don't know anything else that has the amount of vitamins and minerals in this. I've never seen anything like it.
Right. There was a famine. There was a in Ireland a long time ago. I forget exactly what time period, but all they survived on was sea moss.
Oh yeah, because when I got it, it was Irish sea moss.
Irish sea moss.
It was Irish sea moss gel.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just clear.
Yep.
So is that the same type of?
Yeah. Yep.
Just
Same stuff. I mean, there are other types, but that particular strain is the same kind.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get some of that. I mean,
Oh yeah. I was supposed to tell Lindsay about it at the event. I forgot.
Hey, well, we'll definitely be getting some of it. So I know she's big into all the organic and
There's so much stuff out there. I'm researching and learning so much more too. There's so much more out there too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's so much. Yeah, it's so important too, especially us Hexicans out here that are staked for 15 years. You want to be around and you want to be healthy. Enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yes.
You don't want to be having problems that you could have avoided by literally drinking a couple sips of sea moss a day. It's that simple. I mean, some people's diets are so bad with all the processed foods and that people that I don't like vegetables. I don't eat fruit. It's like, okay, But something like this, I mean, the difference it can make for you is tremendous.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
It's like I said, you put it in a shake, you don't even know you're taking sea moss.
Yeah. What does this do you flavor it so it's just a little so it tastes good, or to mask like the plain flavor of the original one?
Oh no, everything is all for health purposes only.
Oh,
So we added elderberry because elderberry is a massive antioxidant
oh
and
yeah.
an immune booster, and it has like a lot of properties for like cold and sickness. That's the only reason we put it in there.
Okay. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I thought.
Yeah,
Okay, I knew the flavor too because I like
yeah.
elderberry. Yeah, I like the flavor of it
Oh
too.
yeah, it tastes good too. Yeah, it does taste good.
I
Yeah,
just assumed like, yeah, it was healthy and it tasted good, so why
yeah,
not put it in there?
yeah.
That's
Like
all. Yeah.
so the burdock root, that's like it's fine. And it's almost like a dirt. But so we're gonna be mixing that in with the sea moss. So that's not gonna really taste good, but the health benefits outweigh that
But that's something where you just blend it into a smoothie or something,
right there.
and
Absolutely.
in that.
Can you
Yeah.
give me 1 second? My I gotta take this call real quick. Be right
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Go ahead. Do your thing. Yeah, Eagle. We met out in Las Vegas, out at the Hex conference. We went to the Sologenics meeting to do some networking and give out some Hex cards. And Eagle was there, and it was crazy because there were undercover Hexicans at the Sologenics event, and that's how you know that there was like a stigma on our community when people like pulled us aside and were like, "We own Hex too, we're Hexicans," but they didn't want other people to know. So it was really it kind of sucked, honestly, in a sense, when it's like, look, what our parties, our conference, everything we were doing was 5 times as big, and this is the third time we were doing it, and we are such a good community, such a vibrant community, and we had to see that stigma when you could just walk over 100 feet to this party and your eyes would be wide open to this, like, okay, these people aren't these like cult followers or whatever it is. It was interesting.
What were you saying? Sorry about that. My car just got done, so I got to pick it up then. But what were you saying?
Oh, I was just talking about how in at the solo meetup, a couple guys and gals came up and were like, we're Hexicans, and didn't want anyone else to know because the stigma attached to Hex, it's so negative to like
Yeah.
to outside communities.
Right.
And then that funny thing is, it's like it's the polar opposite. Like what you saw at the Sologenics party, the Hex conference is 10 times the size with the same vibe.
Yeah.
And it's really
See, I'm the type of person like this. Like, I don't follow any group or any none of that cult stuff at all. I'm literally my own person. I don't think about that. Like, you got Sologenic, you got these different crypto projects, and everybody's comes together like community, and then they fight against other communities. I literally do not do that, and I literally have never done that.
Yeah.
To me, you're a Hex investor. To the same thing to the next person.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, Hex, when we were doing the NYC stuff and I found Hex, I pitched it to the whole discourse and I got laughed at. No, maybe 3 or 4 people bought in out of the whole Discord.
See, I won't laugh at. I'll look at any project, and I won't judge it until I like really research it. That's why you never see me talk trash about anything. Even if a project's trash, I'll note it that it's a scam, but I won't I won't drive it home. I'll just leave it alone.
Yeah, there's no point. There's so
There's
much
no point.
good stuff happening. Like right now, for the Hex community, all of us that are staked, there's a weight token, it's called, that a guy made. And it's basically, if you sacrifice for Pulse Chain or Pulse X, you can claim this coin. And the day Pulse launches, the claims end. So you can gamble and wait and wait and wait and keep waiting. And every day you accumulate more. But if Pulse launches, you lose it all.
Okay.
So it's cool, but I sacrificed through an app that is Hexagon's made. It's called Staker app. It's just like Hashpack, but it's for specifically for Hex. And I did my pulse chain sacrifice through that wallet, so I couldn't claim my weight tokens because there was no front end built for Staker support. So just
Oh,
yesterday, I was talking to my buddy, and he was like, "Yeah, I claimed my weight tokens yesterday. I got like 10,000 of them." I was like, "What do you mean? Yeah, there's no, you can't do it with Staker." And he's like, "No, they built access to it. You can do it. I'll show you how." So today he's gonna walk me through it, and I have like
there you go
10,000
get him.
just waiting. So if I'm sitting there like harping and bitching at other coins and be rah rah rah, I just missed out on a couple $100 of free coins. So it's it's it can be so toxic, this space, but there can
Yeah,
also
I'm so good at ignoring the toxicity. Like I'm great at it.
yeah,
Like seriously, once I see it, buy, block, delete, I'm gone.
yeah. And
No,
so many
no,
people,
no sleep lost.
yeah, so many people can't help it. They have to respond. They have to, and that you're feeding into it.
I
Just don't do
know.
it.
I
And
know.
people see that what Solo did out in Vegas. It's just like what the Hex community is doing. It's just like what the Coria meetup in January is going to be like. We're all so similar, and when people start seeing that, these like the tribalism and shit will all start to go away.
Yeah.
People realize all these communities are similar. We all think alike. We just have different. We just feel a little different about this or that. But in general, we're all in the same boat.
Right.
I think
See,
that's kind of
it's obvious here. It's obvious right here. This is the true example of it. You hold a lot of hex, right? I don't hold any hex. That has no meaning whatsoever in my friendship with you. It does. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't bother me.
Yeah. Because we could talk about quant. We could talk about, we have Solo. We have so many. We could just talk about elderberry CMOS. Like
Right.
there's so many.
Shit, I mean, we could talk about hex. It doesn't, it doesn't bother me that I don't have hex and that you have it, and I feel like you're somebody who shouldn't hold it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of these people are they're mentally messed up, I think.
Yeah. It's bad.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to do is show hexagons that there are other projects out there with communities like ours that are very similar, and vice versa, and show other communities, look, I'm in Hex, I'm in here too. We're very similar, to get stigma off of Hex and bring us into other communities, expose them. When Pulse Chain launches, everyone that has an ERC20 is going to have a copy on Pulse Chain. They're going to start it's going to open up eyes. So the more people that see it now, they can prepare for it. They can move stuff off exchanges to get their airdrops. There's so much stuff you can do.
Absolutely.
To set yourself ahead. And that's what we're here for, is to help people make that next step and do it correctly.
That's what it's about. Helping people, man. Pull them up, giving them a shorter guide or help to success, because we've made so many mistakes that we can kind of shortcut some of their mistakes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. Another bloody day on the market. I mean, you could just go on and you could just be as negative as you want on Twitter, or you can go and be positive and put a plan together on how in a year you're going to be so far ahead of where you are right now.
Yep. And that's where you look for the value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the difference in people that will be successful and people that will be, tweeting the same stuff in the next bear market.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it was awesome, brother. It was good to have you on, man. We'd love to do this every week if you're open to it, and just make like a weekly show, stream, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, man. This is good.
Yeah.
And it helps keep the content fresh during the bear market, because like we were saying earlier, a lot of people get like stagnant during the bear market. This is where you really need to start digging down and trying to find the value that's out there while it's low.
Yep.
Yeah.
And for us with Hex, with Pulse and Pulse X launching, like we got so much, we're excited. Like we were expecting Pulse Chain to launch, May, June-ish. So now that So it's now that we're delayed, that we got a movie coming out, the Hex documentary, Highest of Stakes, it's called. The trailer is sick. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It's really cool. Highest of Stakes. I think let me check it out. Highest of Stakes.
Yeah, send me a link for it. I gotta go pick my car up. But yes, I'll check it out.
It's the highestofstakes.com. It is the website, and there's the preview it's like a couple minute thing right here that you can watch anytime. But it's really cool.
Yeah,
it's gonna be sick. But
I'll check it out, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Leave that for you to watch on your own.
Yeah.
Awesome, bro. Well, thanks for coming on. And thank everybody for stopping in. Heck, Siren Notes was the last minute thing, but we'll get better with setting up the social medias and Twitters and stuff for the streams moving forward. It's a work in progress.
Thanks, brother.
All right, man. Thanks.
Have a good one. See you next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
All right, brother. Take it easy.
Peace.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And we will see you next week. Actually, no, we'll see you sooner than that because we will be streaming this weekend, Saturday night. See you then.
At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.